Peter, you're playing the piano so beautifully.
Thank you. It's amazing.
The piano is one of my favourite sounds on this instrument. It's excellent, isn't it? Can you show us how you would use the piano sounds?
Yes, of course, of course.
Okay.
Of course, piano is, of course, one of the main sounds, and because it is a keyboard instrument,
Yes.
that makes sense. And we have the latest Yamaha CFX Concert Grand sampled. It's a magnificent concert piano, and it sounds very, very well. And not only sound is great, but also the response, meaning you can really play this instrument very soft and very strong. And this is also why this instrument in the beginning was not named piano, it was named Pianoforte. And Pianoforte is the original name of the instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Piano means playing very soft piano.
Yes.
Forte means playing very strong, very loud. So at that time, the piano was the first instrument where you could play dynamically on a keyboard, right? And that's why it was called Pianoforte. Now we just say piano, but original name is Pianoforte. So, and the keyboard is very responsive. Very responsive. So this makes the piano work like a real piano. And of course the sound is just, it is just amazing. And even if you play some classic things,
That's beautiful, isn't it?
what you hear also is very important now, if you listen to a recording of the piano,
Mm-hmm.
mostly it's in a concert hall, or it's in a venue with a nice reverb. So what we hear is not only the piano sound, what we hear is also the environment of the piano.
Yes.
And you can hear it's in a hall.
There's so much ambience of the room.
Yes,
in there,
yes,
isn't
yes,
there?
yes. And of course you can change the ambience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go too deep into that, but you can exactly say, okay, I want it in a smaller room, I want it in a bigger room.
Yes.
You can do that. But let's just stay with the sound of the piano. Now, there is another piano, because there's another piano in it. And look, it says here, C7, Studio Grand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, C7 has nothing to do with the chord, because this is C7. No, it is a kind of, it's a specific piano that Yamaha makes. The model name is C7.
Okay.
And this piano is used in many, many recording studios, especially in the US, but also in Europe. Mm-hmm. And we know this sound because great artists like David Foster, was it Earth, Wind and Fire, all were using the C7 in these studios. So we know the sound of the C7.
Yes.
And it's completely different character. It has the more pop feeling. I could play this, of course, with a magnificent concert grand. You immediately hear the complete different character. But this is personally, for me, the CFX is more for classical things, for ballads, or for romantic things.
It's mellower, would you say? Mellower sound?
Yeah, not mellow, the character is different. Yeah, mellow, it's more classic. Mm-hmm. Very simple, it's a more classic piano sound. If you play, for example, for me it just sounds more original than.
Yes.
But if I play, for example, or if you play, for example, something like, it's okay, it's great, but it's classic sound. So if you play more pop things and rock things, The C7 is just the sound. I mean, you know, even I think the Queen thing. It's just different character. It's not better. It's not. It's different. But but here it tends to. It almost invites you to play more classic.
Yes.
And the C7 almost invites you to play more. And what they did, and what Genos is doing for you, superstars like Elton John, for example,
yes,
on the piano, in the studio, they connected the piano with some synthesizer and it had some pad sound behind it.
And this is a sound in here.
Yes.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Or here, it's more like it's called C7 atmosphere. Of course, very famous.
I've not found any of those before.
Yeah,
They're wonderful.
Yeah, they are wonderful. So again, this is not. It's not only that you've got the one-touch settings, which recall complete settings for a song or for some kind of sound, but also, if you select the piano, they made already piano settings which are typical for many different kinds of music. So if you look at the piano voice,
yes,
and you go to the display, you see we have 10. We've got here another, let me check, 5, 16, 17, 18 different piano settings. Settings already. We did it all for you.
Yeah.
Right? And that is so nice. So if you say, I want this typical David Foster sound or so, you don't have to make it yourself. It's all in there. Yeah. Starting from the very, very classical piano.
Beautiful, isn't it?
And here, it always almost explains itself. It's the cocktail grand, you know. If you have, it's a cocktail bar.
The plinky plonky sound.
Yes, because these piano players always play in big octaves and so, and it's not so easy to play it. So we made it easy for you.